Hi everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Quack. Today I am gonna kind of walk you guys through my backyard setup and what I do around the yard to make my ducks as comfortable as possible. So yeah, let's do it. All right, so probably the most important thing you need for your ducks, especially if you live in a state where it's hot like I do, is water. Water, water, water. Your ducks need water constantly. So this is what I've got going on right now. So we've got one kiddie pool, two kiddie pool, plus a sprinkler because it gets really hot and humid during the day. And obviously they need to stay cool. And then they also have water in their coop. So water is very important for these animals. Make sure that you have some source of water. Ideally, they need to be able to immerse themselves in water. It keeps them cool during the day. If you live in a hot state and you have like kiddie pools or a pond that the water tends to warm up a lot, something that I read to do is to actually get like little bottles of like water, like Gatorade or something, fill it up and freeze it and then put it in the pool, and it'll keep the water cool during the day, and then you don't have to worry about them swimming in lukewarm water. So yeah, water, 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 water. All right, so another thing that's really important is a feeder or some type of feeding system. I have 48 ducks, which is a lot of ducks, which means a lot of food, and it means that they need some kind of feeder. So what I have going on is these buckets. These are just 5-gallon buckets from Home Depot that my boyfriend's brother fitted with these little pipe-like things. So it looks like that inside. And so you pour the food in there, and the ducks can go in around the sides. And what this does is it prevents them from eating too fast and choking and whatnot, and it kind of regulates it. Everybody gets a little bit, and I have 2 of these buckets out here because, again, I have a lot of ducks. And so if you have all the bigger ones crowding around the pipe openings, not everybody is getting their fair share. So I have 2 out there. So definitely food is really important. Quickly just touching on the type of food you should be giving them. I give them medicated pellets from Tractor Supply. Sometimes I give them scrambled eggs. They really like eggs. Protein's good for them. Vegetables, you can give them like peas. I throw frozen peas in the pond. They really like to go diving for those, so I put those in there. They like corn. You can give them corn, but you should probably give it to them with their pellets and not just independently, because corn has 0 nutrition in it, and so it's just not great for them. If you want them to lay eggs, I would not recommend corn. Yes, the feed that I feed them also is layer feed, so it helps all of my ladies lay lots of eggs. So yeah, the food aspect is super important. How you feed them, making sure that everybody's getting their fair share of food. All right, so the last and biggest thing is their coop. My ducks, because there are so many, get this giant coop that has both an outer area and an indoor area. Having a coop for your ducks is super important, because if you are in an area that has a lot of natural predators, they will try and get in and get to your ducks. So this is the inside, and it's just a room. Oh, there's Mouse. Mouse is injured right now, so she has to be separated and isolated from the rest of the flock, but that's what it looks like. It's 10 feet by 20 feet and seems to do a pretty good job of keeping everybody housed at night. We have had some issues with raccoons trying to dig under the outer part to get the eggs that the ducks lay. So if you live in an area with raccoons, make sure you're picking up the eggs that your ducks are laying every single day if you don't have a brooder. Bumblebee is looking at me like she wants dinner. She's ready for dinner. It's almost time, but not quite. So yes, where you keep them, the housing is very important. You also need to make sure that the structure that you have is a good size for the amount of ducks you have. Like I said, I have 48, so I needed a big enclosure for them, so that they all have adequate room. But if you only have like 2 or 3 ducks, obviously it doesn't have to be that gigantic. So make sure that your ducks are comfortable where they are sleeping at night. Also, about like what to put on the floor of your coop. Right now it's just like dirt, but we've thought about putting pine shavings. I've heard though that really absorbs their poop and it gets really gross. So I saw like pea gravel also as an option, so, or sand, because they can't choke on sand. So just, I mean, whatever works. They are pooping machines, so you're gonna deal with poop no matter what. One last thing is to make sure that all of the potential gaps in your fence are filled. Ducks are adventurous creatures, and if you have any holes in your fence, they might wander out during the day, especially if they think that they might find food on the other side. So make sure that your backyard is adequately fenced in. And if you have a back patio and you don't want them going on your patio, like if you live in a like suburban area, but you still want to have them near a patio, we put up a little like 2-foot wire fence around the edge of the patio so they can't get on the patio because they would climb on there and just poop all over it, and it was disgusting. So the little 2-foot fence is perfect. You can buy like little, I think like they're 2-foot high stakes from Home Depot, and then just a little bit of chicken wire and just wrap it around, and that should keep them out. All right, what did you guys think? Those are my backyard essentials for my ducks. If you have something different from your ducks, drop a comment, tell me what you have. And I'm always looking for suggestions to make my ducks more comfortable than they already are. I am in part of a Facebook group that's just for ducks. It's my daily source of serotonin. I look at it every single day, and I've seen some beautiful ponds that people are building, and if I had a little more money, I would probably build a pond in my backyard for them, because I just think they'd have so much fun with that. The next house definitely is gonna have a pond. We've already talked about it. Definitely a pond 100%, because I want these little guys to have like the luxury experience. So if you guys have any ideas of how I can improve my backyard setup, please let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe as well as commenting, and I will see you guys in the next video.